Hello there everybody and welcome to Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing just fine and I'm very happy to see you here. Today's video is gonna be a little bit about Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2, about the sabotage that has happened, and since they're both out of order due to that, and there is no gas flowing to Germany through those lines, what will be the aftermath for this? What can we expect going to happen around this sabotage on this gas pipelines? Will this escalate to something bigger, or will there maybe be a peaceful solution to what happened? And around this question, I'm gonna use my tarot cards to see what they have to say about this, and also help with some oracle cards and dices. So let's begin and see what the cards have to say about the sabotage on Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 and what could happen after that. We begin to answer the question by shuffling the cards. So first we're gonna shuffle a little. And we're gonna ask them, what will be the aftermath? What can we expect going to happen after this sabotage? A little bit more and we begin soon. So now we take some cards on that question. What can we expect to happen after this sabotage on those two gas pipelines, Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2? We'll take some oracle cards on that question. And finally some dice. One, two, and three. And to see better, we put on some glasses here. Rivals, Tiger, and Fortune. Well, there are some hidden agenda around this sabotage. We have owls here, and we have the magician. And to confirm this even more, we had the hermit. And the hermit is also someone who is hiding with knowledge and really doesn't have so much communication with the outworld. With other words, symbolically, the cards say first that this so-called sabotage is done on purpose, and it's done in a hidden way. Yeah, to induce pain and suffering. That is the aim goal. This is something the people didn't expect. We didn't expect a sabotage on the pipelines with gas for Europe. Something that is really needed now when winter is approaching. So it really caught us by surprise. We have the Fool here. And it was not the most clever thing to do, maybe one can see, but it's still planned, and it's around the whole thing is manipulation and illusion. We have the magician here, so something is not really as it should be, and I don't know if we hear the whole truth about it. Probably not, since it's a little bit like illusion, manipulation around the whole thing. And for the dice we have rivals, tiger, and fortune. So it's rivals that are doing this. Is east against west, and they're fighting like tigers right now. As one say, in war and love everything is permitted. So even blowing up pipelines seems to be permitted. But this sabotage, you can say, it will still turn out not so bad that one could expect, because there is card of fortune here. Of course, it cost a fortune to build it, but still, some way down the road, it will turn from being like something very destructive for the people of Europe, could turn into something beneficial in some way. But I'm going to take some more cards on this. What can we expect going to happen now in the following weeks, months to come after this sabotage? What can we expect going to happen? Just a moment, soon finished here. So. According to the cards, it doesn't seem like this will escalate into something very horrible, like a full-blown war, even though it's considered as an act of war or a provocation of that kind. Those rivals on both sides of this conflict, there are still, how I say, good people on both sides, and they will try to negotiate to become friends. This is the card of friendship, and try to find some kind maybe of peace treaty in the end, and try to help each other out. At first, this could seem like a shock from both sides, but in the end, it looks like also maybe some money is gonna, some financial aid for preparing or repairing these pipelines could be found, and nations could come together to try to repair them, since there are so many million lives at stake here. And yeah, the cards also, it's a little bit about greed. Something has to do with greed. As the news said, if one want to listen to those news, everything has to be taken a little bit with suspicion lately. But anyway, according to news outlets, very shortly after the sabotage of these pipelines, Nord Stream 1 and 2, they're opening a new pipeline. And that has nothing to do with Russia. So it seems to get Russia out of the way, one have to take away Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 to be able to open that other one. So it seems quite good in time for this to happen. One can wonder why it's so coincidental. Because coincidental. Anyway, we're gonna take some more and see what we can expect here. The whole story will be investigated. Since I have the card of judgment here, so it looks like the guilty ones will be brought into justice. The guilty ones will be brought into justice for this sabotage. Yeah. And with the following month to come, we will be able to see some kind of development on this work to find the guilty ones. I'm going to take some more cards on what we can expect more from this Nord Stream sabotage. If there is some additional information that should be said here. Is there any additional information that should be said here in this reading? There was one to go, so we put it here. And we take one of these. Is there any additional information? Well, it looks like on the western side there is not enough interest to dig out who is the guilty ones in this sabotage. It's like you gonna hear a lot of excuses. No, yeah, well, this cannot be done. It will take too long. And so it's like, a snake that goes from left to right. And not so much willingness to openly discuss the finds and circumstances, who was in that area on that specific time and before and after. And there should not be that difficult to find the guilty ones, since that area where those explosions on the pipeline occurred is very heavy monitored by radar, by military and so on. So it should not be so difficult to find out who was or what kind of vessels were in that area during that period. Anyway, we also have the card of lies here, so it could be difficult for the moment to get information that are correct, that are not twisted in the favor of one or the other side. But the truth is truth, and the truth is like a mountain. It's very on the ground. Eventually it will come out. Until then, people may feel very worried. What will happen? Will they get enough of heat for the winter? Will they freeze? Will they eat cold food? And so on. Let's see. If there is any reason to be scared for this winter after the pipelines blown up. It still looks like could be some reason. Yeah, there will be lack of money. Everything will rise in price. Some crazy things could happen. But still, it looks like it will not be allowed to go to be extremely bad. It's like justice system will step in and turn everything around, and the final result is like joy and happiness. So something will happen, and I don't think, according to the cards, that this will escalate to some kind of mass freeze, little bit of genocide vibes to it. Still, the cards want to assure, don't worry too much. Still, and we have the Magician again. So it's a little bit like an illusion, like a mirror in a mirror house. Not everything is as it seems to be. Well, that was my answer for the Nord Stream 1 and 2. And we will have just to wait and see how this will develop, and keep popping popcorns and watch the show, because it looks a little bit like everything is arranged in a specific way. And not worry too much, even if it's good to be prepared with extra candles, warm clothes and so on, and some way not to freeze during a period of time. Probably not the whole winter, but could be a couple of weeks. Well, and that was everything for this video, and I want to thank you for watching. And if you like what you've seen, please don't forget to press like button, share button and subscription button. And wish you all the best. Take care out there, and hopefully we see each other soon again. Bye bye.